In Oceanside, where our church is, the Oceanside Sanctuary is a very old church. It's been around since 1875. Many of you know that. And our building was built in 1928. We love our building. We're so grateful for it. It's such a gift to us. It allows us to serve the neighborhood and the community in really wonderful ways. But our building sits on land that used to be the ancient land of the Luiseno Indians. In a very real way, our church is sitting on stolen land because missionaries came to this part of our land centuries ago, and they took up their swords and they took up their spears and they conquered the native people who were here in this area. And they conquered them for the gospel. But instead of embracing them as a fellow brother or sister, a fellow image of God, instead they took them and tried to convert them into becoming more like the people who were in power. To this day, if you go a couple of blocks from our church, right up Division Street, you'll see an amazing building. It's right on Division Street, right across the street from Oceanside High School. And that building is now a community center, but we still call it by its original name. It's the Americanization School. The Americanization School is exactly what it sounds like. It was originally built in the middle part of the 20th century to take Luiseno Indian children and Americanize them, turn them into people who would adopt the culture of the dominant people who were in power and leave their native culture behind. That is not the gospel. When Jesus tells us to go out into all the nations and bring the goodness of God to all ethnic groups, Christ is not telling us to conquer those people. He is not telling us to colonize those people. He's not even telling us to convert those people. He's telling us to immerse them in whatever goodness and wisdom and grace of God we have to offer. And very often, unfortunately, we've done the opposite. We haven't brought them the grace and the goodness of God. We've brought them our ways of doing and thinking and being, and insisted that they adopt our way of looking at the world, our way of believing in God, and our way of being people of faith. I want to tell you that that is not, I believe, what Jesus had in mind by the Great Commission. Rather, I believe that what Jesus had in mind